On Jason's Shark Tank, not Mark Burnett's Shark Tank, we have Chaz. Chaz, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay,
You
Chaz.
got me?
You are right now in a broom closet in a mental facility.
I'm in Pittsburgh. I'm in
Same thing.
University of Pittsburgh MBA office.
MBA or NBA?
MBA, not Mark Cuban's National Basketball Association.
So you're going for your MBA, so your brain is being melted, and you are going to pitch us. You have 60 seconds. Are you ready?
Perfect.
3, 2, 1, go.
So Fanatics is where Gowalla meets GetGlue for college sports fans. Fans earn points and virtual goods for checking in their favorite team activities such as games, tailgates, pep rallies, post-game celebrations, or road trips. So why go after this market? Well, first off, ESPN and the sports-related apps are not focused on the social elements of being a college sports fan. They're more worried about sending out player statistics, score updates, rather than highlighting the intense rivalries with being a sports fan or the crazy student sections at Duke or Ohio State. And then on the geolocation front, Fourscore and Gowalla really aren't designed for the college sports fan in mind, and they simply end at the check-in to a location rather than the sporting event. With us, the check-in is just the beginning, kind of like the opening kickoff or the tip-off to a game. So in the end, we're trying to employ Dave McClure's popular advice, niche to win.
Okay, great. Did it in 54 seconds. Very clear pitch. You're making the Gowalla or GetGlue. GetGlue was on the program. Great interview. Gowalla is something I'm invested in, so good to use that as an example instead of Foursquare. Pretty savvy on the pitching front. Know your audience. And you want to help people check into games, as in college sports. And then I guess they can do stuff with their friends. I think the pitch, I'm seeing these scores coming in the chat room. I see 8, I see 7 for the pitch. I'm going to give the pitch was pretty clear, actually. Maybe a 7 or 8, maybe 7, 7.5. What do you think, Tyler, for the pitch?
The pitch was fine.
Yeah.
He's obviously a smart guy.
Yeah.
Well-spoken.
Right.
Delivered the idea very well. I understood what the idea is. I know what he wants to do. I understand it perfectly, so I give it an 8 on that alone.
Okay, so great.
The idea I'm not crazy about.
And, I had the same thing. I'm underwhelmed by the idea because it seems so niche.
That's the first word that comes to mind.
Almost too niche,
right.
And almost why do I care? Why am I going to care about this idea so much? I mean, I'm a sports nut when it comes to the NBA. I can understand the value of checking in that I'm watching the Knicks game, but what's the raison d'etre? Why am I here? What is it going to make it like I have? I don't feel I have to check in at the Knicks game. What is my value that I get from this? Is what I'm wondering. So I give the idea 5.
Right. Some things get more value out of becoming niche, like communities. A Q&A site can be. Blogs can be.
Blog, sure.
But
checking in,
I don't know that that's something you want to
narrow down. It's almost like it wants to be more. Like I would love to see Gowalla have GetGlue functionality, like check in at what movie you're seeing or something like that. But the audience is giving a 10, a 7, a 6 for the idea. What are your thoughts? You've heard us, Chaz. We liked your pitch, but we're underwhelmed by the idea. Why should we care about this idea? What's going to be like the thing that makes me want to come back over and over again to it?
Well, I don't think it's too niche because, I mean, they do claim that there's 150 to 175 million college sports fans out there. And the ones that you find out there, the ones I want to go after, are insanely passionate about their teams. And, they devote, some people devote their entire weekends or their entire Fridays and Saturdays to their teams. So, I just used check-in. It was a short pitch. I couldn't really delve into the details, but helping them with travel. When people travel on the road, helping them with geo-targeted deals when they're heading to campus or games like that.
But
all right, now okay. Hold on a second.
I know that Jason's watching the Knicks game. Like people who go to those sports. Right. The guy who goes to the Texas Longhorns thing, he's there every Saturday. I know he's there. I don't.
So I'm gonna stop you for a second. What you're falling into is kitchen sink entrepreneur syndrome, which is I don't have a good enough idea to start with, or a compelling enough idea in and of itself. Therefore, I'm going to throw every possible thing at it. So you threw a Groupon at it. You threw a travel at it, like, okay, we're going to help you like book your tickets and get you there. You threw in like, oh, we're going to get you deals when you're there. Like, realistically, those things are probably not going to happen if they do. They're going to be very niche. What you need to do, I believe, and listen, I'm just one guy. You need to really think about the experience and find a pain point.
Just about to say.
Something that people, either you have to find something inspired that people cannot conceive of, sort of Steve Jobs style, like, I don't know I want the iPhone, but when I get it, I do, or some other service like Twitter where it's like, I didn't know I needed that, but it's just totally inspiring, or something extremely pragmatic like, my God, I had this problem, and Kayak solved it because I don't have to go to 5 websites.
There's also something else about it, which is, and this is kind of, I don't hear people talk about this much, but it's a new idea I'm kicking around that I'm applying to a lot of ideas that I hear, which is the emotional factor of different ideas.
Yes.
This idea, the event that it's tied to, the sports game, has a bigger emotional weight than the thing that you're stapling onto it.
Yes, the check-in isn't as emotional as the experience of watching the game,
correct,
or celebrating or crying afterwards.
Right. Facebook has a lot of, in and of itself, just using it is kind of an emotional thing for people. Like, I got tagged in this photo. Oh gosh, I got to see what photo that is. I got to click through this link.
Oh, it's somebody's birthday. Oh, somebody changed your relationship status.
Well, for some people, that's very big. There's emotional weight to all of that stuff.
Absolutely.
So, try and find an interesting use where you could phrase it as a problem, find a problem that people have, or find something that people can get emotional about in some way.
Yes. Very good point.
You've been watching This Week in Startups. To watch the full episode, click here. To check out some other shows from This Week In, click here.